We are live.
Make some noise for the Untitled open mic here at Dragonfly. Hello, everyone. My name is Nikolai Kize. I am one of your co-hosts for this evening.
Hi, my name is Ricky. I'm also one of your co-hosts for the evening.
Gotta scooch this so we don't bash into the lamp. Thank you all so much for showing up this evening. You could be anywhere on a Wednesday evening, but you were in the queue and decided to come out here and enjoy some poetry, some stories, all sorts of good stuff.
We've been doing this open mic for 18 years. 18 years. I know it's not wild, right? Yeah, you can clap for that. Every first and third Wednesday, so we do this twice a month, 24 open mics every single year. But yeah, we're so excited to be able to share space. I think that's why we got together, is to be able to share space and have a platform to tell our stories, get people together for the shared love of storytelling. And we have an open mic and we have a special event that we'll let y'all know about. All right. So, in addition to the open mic, we do have a poetry slam that happens on the first Wednesday of every month. All right, so that's like a poetry competition. People are competing for prizes. But on the third Wednesday, we have usually a feature. So tonight we have not just one feature, not two. What's after two?
Three.
It's not three.
Four.
It's not
What
four.
about five?
It's five. We got five poets for our annual I Think I Blank You showcase. I Think I Blank You. You have any thoughts about that?
Yeah, because I was part of it last year. So the I Think I Blank You is our unofficial like Valentine's kind of thing, because it doesn't have to be about love. It's not I think I love you. It could be I think I hate you. It could be I think I despise you. I don't know, but it can be love, it can be hate, it can be whatever you want it to be, whatever the performers tonight so choose. And that makes it fun and exciting. Last year, all three of us ended up doing love. If that happens again this year, all the power to you.
So we'll introduce our lovely features shortly, but that's happening right after the open mic. But tonight we do have a working list right here. We got a couple of spots left. If you feel inspired, you want to share on the open mic, please come through. Just feel free to jot your name down. It doesn't have to be anything polished or anything that you're completely finished. You know, this is a good place to workshop stuff as well. You get a lovely, engaged crowd. Make some noise if you're here for the vibes. We got a lot of vibe, folks, which is really crucial, all right? Because we can't do this without vibes, all right? We gotta do a little bit of housekeeping to get y'all prepared. I want to do another big shout out to our venue, Dragonfly Cafe. Please make some noise for the folks at Dragonfly. If you can, please support them. Grab some food, grab some drink. They're an incredible host, a great partner, working with us and doing a lot of community events. So I'm hanging out with my friend Stu, Beef Stew, right now. So we're enjoying that. We're enjoying each other's company. It'll just be one of us soon. But also feel free to check out our community library. We have some books and we do have some merch if you're interested in purchasing a t-shirt or some low poetry wheel notebooks. But speaking of vibe, can we talk a little bit about the vibes that we want to kind of curate here in our lovely home at Dragonfly?
Alrighty, yes. So while we're here tonight, this space is our home away from home. So we want to make sure that we take care of the space, that it's a space of respect and generally uplifting stuff. However, we do understand that people get on this microphone, not everyone's gonna be having poems about sunshine and rainbows and all that kind of stuff. So it's understandable that people are gonna have stronger content sometimes with their poems. And if you know that you are sharing some sort of content with us that has a stronger theme, just give us a trigger warning, just out of respect for the audience members. if a homie up here has a trigger warning for XYZ and you're like, oh, I'm like that, take care of yourself. No one's gonna be offended if you go, okay, it's fine. Speaking of going, there's an exit there, there's an exit there. It's cold out there, so if you need to use the bathrooms, there are gender bathrooms on this level, accessible by a key, which can be found by the register here in the venue. You go downstairs, down the like around the corner, through a door, through the woods and the bridge, whatever. There are gendered bathrooms that don't have a key. They're bigger and they have better lighting for mirror selfies. We test these things. So do what you gotta do. If you gotta poop, go poop. If you don't want to cry because of something, go. I don't take care of yourself. That's kind of the point we're trying to get at. We do also encourage dialogue. I mean, we're here talking. It's open mic. I mean, come on, poetry, words, songs, whatever. We do ask that, out of respect for both the performers as well as the fellow audience members around you, dialogue and chit chat can be a great thing. Just keep the volume down. Maybe someone around you doesn't have the best hearing, and also, I mean, some people, Ricky and I can make it look really easy to stand up here and run our mouths, but it can be nervous for people, nerve-wracking for people. So be nice, be cool. Get over it. Your turn.
Speaking of being nice, you don't have to be nice.
Don't be nice.
Be
necessary.
So, yeah, feel free to share your authentic voices, your stories. We want to uplift the narratives that are important to us. So let's fill that space and tell those stories. All right. So yeah, Nikolai mentioned we will have a range for this open mic. So yeah, be prepared for that. Of course, if you are sharing anything on this open mic, we want y'all to be able to engage with us. I really appreciate that attentive listening. Nikolai also appreciate that as well. But it doesn't also have to feel and sound like silence, all right? So ways that you can show that you're really connecting with who is on the microphone and what is being shared is we like to snap. Can we do that real quick? Practice snapping? Word, all right. Beautiful. Maybe someone just performed their heart out. Can we clap for the homie real quick? Maybe other ways you might want to respond could be, can I get a Can I get a okay?
Okay.
Can I get a let's go, poet?
Let's go, poet.
So those are all different ways you can engage with the performer. Feel free, share that energy and give that energy back.
You forgot to show them what they can do if they don't know how to snap.
If you don't know how to snap, wait, what can we do? How we don't know how to snap?
Do it. You always do it.
Is this right here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just make it look like you're snapping.
It looks cool.
If enough people, we're not used to the one microphone. We used to have two anyway. If enough people around you are snapping and you just do like finger heart, like, good enough. A finger hearts are good too. Whatever.
I like finger hearts. Another way for you to interact with the audience and audience vibes. Can I get a vibes? Vibes. All right, we'll practice that. Is sometimes the performer will let y'all know that they're sharing something completely brand new. What we call that?
New shit.
Maybe someone is sharing something a little dustier, a little bit in the archive. We have old shit.
Old shit.
And then we have all the shit in between.
In between shit.
So you say the thing and shit, and we'll say the thing and shit with you. Yeah?
Yeah.
All right, Nicola, let us know about another way we can celebrate our lovely performers.
If it is your first time on this Untitled open mic, that's going to be a problem. Please let us know. If it is your second time on the Untitled open mic, you are legally obligated to let us know, especially me know. If I'm like, I could go pee or something, you're holding it up. We're going to wait for you to come back because something really fun and special happens if it's your first time or your second time. If it's your third time on the open mic, thank you for being here, but we're not going to do anything. Don't let that discourage you from coming back more and more and more. So Yes, thank you. I get really excited about this kind of stuff. So that was a lot. I'm sorry. A dramatic quote. Who thought?
With that, I think last couple other things. 3 or 5 minutes on the open mic. We don't go in a particular order. We let y'all know who's on deck and who's up next. And this event, we like to take photos and we like to video record. So y'all look cute. We want to remember. Uh, and it's streamed on YouTube. Okay. Cool. All right. Are y'all ready for an open mic?
Yes. Not quite. One thing we did forget to kind of mention was I think we might have alluded, but people who might share strong content, we covered like the warnings and stuff. Just because someone wants to talk about strong themes on the microphone through a poem does not mean that they might want to be approached for a conversation about those things afterwards. So just respect people's both emotional and physical boundaries on and off the microphone. Only hug them if you have permission. Just be nice, be respectful. Yeah. Yeah. Peter, you are on deck. On deck, we have Peter. But who do we have right now?
All right, Nikolai. You got to set off the stage right. You have the fire fit on. All right. Can we get a big round of applause for our first performer who's going to shake up the space? Let's give it up for Nikolai!
It is I, the icebreaker. That's gonna be relevant. I have some new shit.
New shit.
Some produce shit.
Produce shit.
Mm-hmm. A tomato is still a tomato. There are so many different types of tomatoes. Roma tomatoes, heirloom cherries, sweet, on the vine, off the vine, and so many more. Big ones, small ones, and in all sorts of colors. Red, green, orange, yellow, shoot, even some purple looking ones. Regardless of variety, shape, size, or color, a tomato is still a tomato. A tomato is still a tomato. Some tomatoes think that other tomatoes aren't as good as them, that they're at the top of this tomato hierarchy. They think that the land they're on, which was stolen from other tomatoes, isn't meant for tomatoes that weren't planted and grown there. So what do? They decide the only thing they can do is round up and detain all of these invasive tomato species, even though at the end of the day, a tomato is still a tomato. Tomatoes come in different colors, which I personally think is a very beautiful thing. The supremacist tomatoes don't really care about that, though. If their agents of tomato removal think that another tomato looks like an invasive tomato, even if that tomato was grown and planted on the land before the supremacist tomatoes stole that land, they'll round them up anyway. Even if it's just a little cherry tomato. They don't care that it's a little cherry tomato, even though a tomato is still a tomato. Now, when other tomatoes who are planted and grown on the aforementioned stolen land and try to help protect and protest for the invasive tomatoes, they get bruised and sliced and even squashed. Do you know what happens when a tomato gets sliced or squashed? It releases tomato juice. All tomatoes have tomato juice, no matter the variety, shape, color, or size, because, say it with me now, a tomato is still a tomato. This poem is not about tomatoes. I'm still here, you can't get rid of me. Alrighty, on Jack.
Yeah.
English, very good, yes, Polish. It's gonna be a long night. Not actually, but anyway. Pardon me. On deck, I promise you I'm a lot nicer to myself normally. On deck, we have Allison. Allison, you are on deck. But up next, we have the one, the only. I say this every time because I think it's funny, and other people sometimes get the reference. The Mill City Spider-Man. Make some noise for Peter! Let's go, Peter. Get into the microphone.
Thanks for that shout out. Love Spidey.
It's kind of part of my job.
Hi everyone. I'm going to cover a poem tonight. Cover shit.
Cover shit.
From one of the dear homies, the late great um, Douglas Bishop. I miss you, friend. We're gonna keep the good memories alive, especially with your words. This one's called My Pure Voice. I am from the detritus under the tree. One lower layer turning into darkness. Thin needles. Sorry. Just one more time. I just need a little.
We need water.
Oh no, just a little light. Alright, I'm gonna do it this way.
Yeah, there you go.
All right. Once again, My Pure Voice by Douglas Bishop. Dr. Doug. I am from the detritus under the tree, one lower layer turning into darkness, thin needles pointing every which way on the surface, and my forgotten sonnets unrealized. I am from one of those old fading places where rot is normal, just another indication that too many years have left behind too many careful rhymes. I am from that thought the soil has become, the anonymous biographies, the unread journal entries of multiple lifetimes. My pure voice is something that has to decay, something that has to build up over time, wait for too many days to fall apart. My pure voice is adulterated by too many meaningless expectations, one upon the next and the next and the next, until the roots are all hidden and the elements no longer coalesce into a certainty muddy enough to hold on to. My pure voice has fallen from those spring days when it has such a childish green, when I believed that each word would reach individually right towards the sun. Now I walk over crosswalks of thick white paint where people still don't know when to stop and lights keep blinking to tell you that you're not safe. I am not capable of appreciating all the warnings, all the layers of pavement that have built up over the years, all the compacted macadam stone undergirding what will never see the light of day. The place where I am cannot define my pure voice. The place where I am from is not a place to leave my pure voice. The place where I am from is just another border to cross after I have given up all my possessions surreptitiously. Thank you.
Make some noise for the holy Peter! All right. Oh, okay. Hold on. No, I didn't know. Whatever. I don't need to explain myself. Alrighty. Make some noise for Peter. Like recalibrate myself. Alrighty. This open mic is going great so far, but. That was one T. That was bad. I'm sorry. Please, we encourage you to stick around for our super cool feature, featuring not just one person. We got multiple. I don't know if this is in an order, but like it's just written down. We have Hazel. Make some noise for Hazel. We have Gregory. Make some noise for Gregory. We have Willow. Make some noise for Willow. We have Marjorie. Make some noise for Marjorie. And of course, we have Evolucion. Make some noise. All right. But before we can get to the super cool feature, we're going to move swiftly. That's a loose word, use of word. Somewhat swiftly along with the open mic. On deck, we have Kalidas? Okay, you're on deck, homie. Up next, we have the person who actually, so do we see these really cool rugs? Yeah, this next homie, they made those with their hands. And probably like a sewing needle. Anyway, make some noise for Allison. Clap it loud next to the microphone.
So it is actually my second time here. I'm very excited. I was going to read 2 shorter poems, if that's all right. Yep. The first one is about love. You watch me bake under the stress of my own oven's heat. I know I'll make a beautiful bread one day. Under the care of your love, so sweet. To you, my sour apples make the most flavorful pie. I feel no doubts about me when I see myself through your eyes. I toil under a broiler now, but you teach me the patience to wait, to see myself fully formed after I've been artfully baked.
Poet.
This next one is I hate you for the blank. To the man who said he liked my eyes in the morning on the street, I wish that I could emphasize that I glare at you with heat. I hate all your harassment, and I wish we never had to meet. You're deplorable, incorrigible. It's not for me, enjoyable, to have to give you my name. You random men are all the same, and I wish you'd get it through your brain that I owe you nothing, and neither does she. You berate women for rejection or any sort of objection to your greedy sense of entitlement. To the men like you on the street, I hope we never have to meet. I don't care how pretty my eyes are.
All right. Make some noise for the homie Allison. Hi.
Oh, yes.
Just shouting make you uncomfortable? No. Okay, because sometimes that happens.
I'm being dramatic.
Okay, I'm just respect. I've been not scolded, but I've seen this a couple times. Like, oh my gosh, I'm scaring people. Anyway, so this is your second time on this. Audience! I don't even need a microphone for this. Audience! And plant who keeps caressing me. I'm gonna count to 3, and we're all gonna say very loudly together. Please go. Oh, wait, no. Whoa.
Somebody forgot their job.
Oh. Can you let me live my life? We're all gonna say. See, I got you.
Not something.
It was a trick question. See, the OG homies know where it's at. Clearly, I don't. We're all gonna count to 3, and we're all gonna say, "They came back." Audience, can we do that?
Yes.
Can we?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Convince me.
Yes.
1, 2, 3. They came back. Good job, audience. It's like 4 to 50 normal, but whatever. MP. If you're the military police, I didn't do anything. Reference on my bedroom. MP, you are on deck. Up next, we have the home. How do I say your name? Kalina. Make some noise for me, Kalina!
Oh, you're good. You were saying it right. Quick question. How much time you got?
3 to 5.
3 to 5? Cool. Is profanity fine? Okay, cool. This is my second time here. The last time was like almost more than a year ago ish. They were still in the number 5. So anyway, I'm gonna read 2 poems. The first one is named Criminal after page 19 of Tommy Pico's nature poem. Criminal by Miguel is one of the most delicious tracks of R&B. When I was just searching for a beat I can move into with another body, out of my mind, I thought was bedtime catharsis in the bump and hump playlist, not the one for the party, but the one after it. How you listen to something when convinced relief of one feeling will guarantee the relief of another. And it does sort of function in that baby making sense. I mean, I would fuck to it. I mean, you're such a blessing. But maybe now that I am listening to the song alone along empty streets, far enough into the night, there are no next moves but to imagine painting the sky, the brush fire, and frankly, separation feels like abandonment of another black body. Now I understand it's a plea for trust, past morality and social conformity, black life, necessarily beyond structure, beyond help. I just want someone I can trust, baby. Is that you? Is that us? It's extra legal. Submit to nothing except maybe the impulse for ecstasy and violence and the criminal act. But oh, I'm dangerous. To whom? Lyrics are portals like bullets. Imagine walking through one to live in a world that is yours, where you and your lover survive the killing, survive each other, love at large, yet doubt never leaves. And the second poem is titled Forticates the Blanket Fort. They hold on to ourselves, hidden under blankets that color the air. Red is the evening cupped in eggnog and projector light, playing against skin. Here bodies begin to blur, outside soften lines, like doodles against a palm with smears we draw each other into this small world. 4 hands, plush toys, treats piled high, books become beams for sheets we stain with butter-coated hands, popping the night up and over us, red hot. Duck plush pops it back, laughter pop, the kiss of your knee knocking mine, made monument caught in motion. To dance though confined by night, the plushies Dougie and our ambered stead. Till space between us melts sweet, we bless our tongues together, lingering after we unravel the tattoo of a fruit roll-up. Stain, resist fading, resist the night drooping its only eyes, the lens shudders, light, cover me soft before this world ends again. Yet it does. All I can give is timid recreation, a pillow's imprint, small cherishings of crumbs. Love survives this way. Constellation signals of warmth you know more than you feel. We swallow stars, count their droplets on our palms, light enough to carry.
Make some noise for the homies baby lips. I have a clarifying question for you. This was in fact your second time? You guys, you know what it means, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we got some good practice in. I shouldn't have to yell at you guys this time. Some of you like that though. Okay, most of those people aren't here, but like, I don't know, do you, I guess. Anyway. 1, 2, 3, they came back! Woo! Alright. On deck, we have the professor.
Professor.
But oh wait, hold on. Everyone say bad host.
Bad
host. Some people were excited about that. Okay, all right. No, it's good. Yeah, it's like the energy.
Do you like to get yelled at?
I do the yelling. You should know that by now. Anyway, recalibrating. In between the next homie and the professor who's on deck, we are gonna have Connor with the mid-roll announcements. Okay, whatever. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Professor, you're after the announcement. Okay, yeah, okay, great, awesome. He actually was my professor. I'm not just being like weirdly cryptic. Not this time. Alrighty. Up next, we have the homie who actually offered to trade that stool for a haiku book I have in my bag, but I was like, you don't own that. So I'm making this person sound like a criminal. I'm sorry. I'm grasping at straws. This homie might have some straws in their pocket. Make some noise for MP!
Only a phone in my pocket, but straws would probably be more interesting. But
Well, there we go.
so this is my first time here. And I've got just two short poems. This first poem mentions an ancient Chinese philosopher named Mencius. Welfare. Mencius said, "There is proof humans are good. Even a criminal coming across a baby perched near the edge of a well will snatch the baby back without a thought." Then again, he was around in 300 BCE. You could save a baby then, without everyone asking, what the hell? Who are you to save that baby? There's paperwork associated with that baby. Do you know how much that baby is worth? Mencius's criminal lived in the Warring States period, a good, well-defined time for folks. Criminals were criminals, peasants were peasants, the rich were rich. Yes, even then, and anyone could just walk around thoughtlessly saving babies.
Yeah.
And this next one is called Speaking of Fairy Tales, or The Huntsman Denies Ever Cleaving Anything. That axe, he says, is good for finding spaces in things. Thanks.
Such a good word. That's like, I actually do have a list of words. Someone remind me. I'm good. George, remind me. Thank you. Very convenient. So just between me and you, guys, come on. Guys, I got a secret to tell you. Oh my gosh. So you didn't hear from me, but to my knowledge, this was MP's first time on the Untitled open mic.
Yeah.
So we had some they came backers. And what we're gonna do now is, instead of take it back, what we're gonna do is we're gonna say, please come back. All right, can we do that?
Yes.
1, 2, 3.
Please come back.
Woo! Hell yeah! All right. The energy we have here, rating handcrafted, organically grew, probably, I don't know. It's beautiful. It's great. We're gonna keep that also good energy going with the mid-roll announcements. So, without further ado, I've been drinking a spin drip, so don't mind me. Without further ado, apparently,
Okay.
it's Connor! Hey!
Platonically.
Better be.
Yeah. Hi guys. My name's Connor. He, him. We're gonna get to some quick mid-roll announcements, and then we're gonna get back to this open mic, and then our amazing quintuple feature tonight, even more than my brain was telling me. That's okay. So, who are we? We are the Lowell Poetry Wheel. Yes, that is us. And we are a very wobbly wheel. We kind of wobble down the street, not really in a straight line, because we only have 3 spokes, but they're 3 very important spokes. We have the Untitled Open Mic, which we are at right here, right now. And then we have Mill City Speaks, which is our slam team. And then we have Free Verse, which is our youth poetry program. And one of the great things when you come into any of our events is that we do not charge a cover fee for any of them. And that is because we operate strictly on grants and donations. Now, what does that mean? We're broke as hell. So
Proudly poor.
yes, proudly poor. So the late great Dr. Douglas Bishop had a tradition. At every open mic, he would take off his hat and pass it around. If you had any spare change, pass it in the hat if you're kind enough to do so, or if you just want to pass some good vibes in the hat, pass some good vibes in the hat. If you don't give a damn, just keep passing the hat along. One of my amazing co-hosts, Rick, his grandfather's hat has been our villain for a while now that we used to pass around. Now, if you do have any extra change, please make sure to prioritize tipping the amazing staff at Dragonfly Cafe. And if you have any extra you want to pass in the hat, that would be amazing. Ricky, are we doing online today?
Ask me next year.
So just cash, and if no cash, then just goodbye. Pass this around right All right. So some other announcements. So make sure last call for the kitchen is 8 o'clock, I believe. Am I correct? I think, yeah, 8 o'clock, and then bar 8:30?
Yeah.
8:45?
So, I believe you.
Kitchen 8 o'clock, bar 8:30? Got it. One of these days I'll actually remember and not have to ask for confirmation, but that's not today. That's not today, but that's okay, you know? All right, so there are some pretty cool upcoming events. Yes. So coming up quickly on March 5th at our next Untitled Open Mic and our first Untitled Open Mic of March, we are going to have the Brave New Voices National Youth Poetry Qualifier, possibly. Well, it'll be a slam, and if not, it'll be another Mill City Speaks slam qualifier. And then on March 18th, the third Wednesday of March. Bad host. We're gonna have our very own Mill City Speaks team slam finals. We get our slam team rounded into shape. Going into April, first Wednesday of April, we are going to have our Untitled Open Mic featuring the Lowell High School Poetry Club Slam team, which is awesome. And then third Wednesday of April, on April 15th, we are going to have the Middlesex Community College Student Night here, which is pretty cool. I am an MCC alum, so I always support that. So quick few other things. At the big long table by the entrance, there is an email sign-up list. If you want to get on that, you can get all notifications about all of our events. We have our community library up there where you can, take a look at some poetry, read some poetry. If you don't want to share anything of your own, do we have merch up there today? Yep, we do have merch up there for today. Talk to any of I love the co-hosts for prices and stuff. We can work out on that. I think that's everything. Don't forget to give us a follow, Lowell Poetryville on Instagram. Our website's lowellpoetry.com. And yeah, let's get back to this open mic, Nikolai. What do you say?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, everyone. Let's get back to it.
Make some noise for Connor.
Make more noise for Connie, you guys.
I got you holding my back. You can stop now.
Alrighty. On deck, we have Fiona. Where'd you go? There you go. Fiona, you are on deck. Up next, I call this person Professor for a reason because I also attempted Middlesex. I say attempted because I didn't. Anyway, that's a long story. That's a story from Tuesday. Make some noise for Professor Laughlin, everyone!
I mean, I love the birthday on Valentine's Day, so I felt like I should step up and read a couple love poems. I also lost her a year ago, this past Wednesday, or a week ago, Wednesday. So I want to honor her, celebrate her. Term skinship is a term that was coined by Koreans, capture that importance of physical touch for child and parent, and it sort of got extended to our full life as well. This poem is called Skinship for D. Beacon Street made way for us walking this evening to the bookstore. Inside, we take our seats in the crowd, spaced for social distance. The venerable poet steps to the podium. Her new poems grab and weave through Paris streets into smoky Beirut cafes of exiles and refugees, past shawarma, jambon vert, cups of Halid Mahal. But the afterwarmth of you is fading. My hand wants your fingers, the warmth of your lower back curving against me. And one more short one. Guadeloupe is a beautiful island in the Caribbean. This poem is called Guadeloupe Mornings. Passion fruit juice begins each day, breakfasting with you, beside beach, palms, and pelicans twisting to dive for their morning catch. Bougainvillea, espresso, and honeydew mingle, while sleeping cats and a hen with her 3 chicks wander between tables to find your face lit up like this Caribbean sun. Thank you.
All right. On deck, we have Jack. Jack, you are on deck. Up next, we have. I was gonna say that. Yeah, liar. Up next, we have one of the most lovely people I have ever met. I know, maybe. I love you, George. Make some noise for Fiona.
Hey guys, I'm shy. I wrote this like a couple of weeks ago when I was feeling very single and sad. It's okay. Oh, to be loved like that. When I'm ill, to have someone to care for me. Run out in the cold and wind to bring me medicine and soup. To miss me and to await my return. Find me in art, music, the cracks in the sidewalk, footprints in the snow, and sun gleaming through the branches. See me as a light to reach out to and not just a hole to sink into. A hole to fill a void, a placeholder.
What I would do for a reciprocal kind of love that is honest. I can try to be my own love, strive to be the kind of person worthy of such care. I nourish my body, I stretch, and I decorate myself like a doll. Yet my soul remains empty, and within that emptiness is limitlessness. I was born full of potential, and with each year that passes, my potential dwindles. The husk grows thicker and flakes as the light inside dims. What will I choose to feed the flame? Which of my passions is worth going all in on? And who will choose to go all in on me? Am I hungry for love or simple stimulus? Do I want to be worshipped, or do I need a gentle hug and some direction? I will be my own parent, lover, and friend. All those endless million-dollar questions I need only ask my higher self. Let us hope this is not as high as it gets. Woo!
Make some noise for it. Come on. I know you guys are getting tired, but yeah, we gotta maintain some energy for the future. I believe in you guys. Alrighty. On deck we have the working section.
The working section.
Yes.
What?
Are you hosting the working section? Okay. On deck we have. But up next to close out this super cute, cozy tea open mic, we have the one, the only. There's an H. I don't know what it stands for, but this person knows. Make some noise for Nick H, everyone. Is Nick in the room with us?
Oh, Nick was here.
Wait, what? Oh my gosh, you're so right. Oh my gosh, I draw stars so I can. Okay. Jack. I'm so sorry.
Hello. Hopefully Nick does show up, so I don't have to end. But this is called Heated. The boiler is broken, but the heating engineer is here to work his minor miracles in wire and steam. In the reddish pelt of beard smearing sunset across his pallid moon face, I see traces of another wolf, one I used to know but had long forgotten. With beveler and expander, he coaxes the sun through its steel-throated tubes, checks gauges and alignments, watches yellow-eyed for the signs of this eclipse's end. Once I desired a coyote who was also a fire stealer, and that was good for me because I am always cold. Sitting on the basement steps, I watch this new beast, watch the motorized pulse at the tip of his roller. I cannot operate his apparatus. I cannot live without the heat it brings. I'm no stranger to light bringing, but it's the warmth that always escapes me. Sometimes the shivers get bad enough to shake my bones in the night. Little seizures I corset with the heat that normally threads easy veins through the walls. Once I stumbled into bed and was baffled in the morning to see a coyote sleeping next to me. There's something straining now at the seams of the world's cloth. I can taste the fire in a serious wave's whisper, the way I once tasted the smooth chill of stone behind the teeth of a red-pelted wolf I once desired.
All right, make some noise for Jack, everyone. Jack, I do have a question for you. Was this your first or second time? Oh my gosh, you guys, it's like the best night ever. You know what to do. 1, 2, 3.
Please come back!
Alrighty. On deck, for real this time, we have. Up next, I am going to say the same exact thing because in my disappointment, I forgot to think of something creative. I don't know what the H stands for, but this person does. Make some noise for the homie Nick H! Woo!
This is my second time here. I'd say this is some new shit.
New shit.
Also, trigger warning for suicide. Yeah. This is titled Tea Time. The day brought with it slick snow staining our little town. You spent the morning trying to chop your own head off. I'll ask just once, come inside, I'll make you tea. I call, you come. I let the water overboil. There's some comfort in the shrill kettle shrieks. I left the Lipton packet in too long. Little leaves line the dollar store mug. People used to tell the future that way. I watch you watch, how the smoke flows out in ribbons, escaping the confines of your cup. How you could never keep it in. Tomorrow, warm light will pierce the thin veil of our bedroom window, and you'll wake up before me to scrape soft snow from cement, so you can drive to work. Will you find it in yourself to come back? And this is more like new-ish shit.
New-ish shit.
This is a typical morning. Sheets of ice linger over unsalted concrete. I wake to the chill that has become routine. I fell asleep again at 7 o'clock, not from exhaustion, but a desire to finish the day. I checked my phone, no text from you. The way I cling to your memory says nothing of our connection, but simply my emptiness.
Make some noise for the homie Nick, everyone. Hi, Nick. Oh, hold on. Don't let me interrupt. Hi, Nick. This was your second time. This was your second time on the open mic? Yes. 1, 2. I want to say 1, 2, please. 1, 2, 3.
They came back.
Woo! All right. I did my best tonight. All right. Now enough with me, because I don't think I'm gonna be coming back up here. Oh no, I'm so sad. That has been the Untitled Open Mic. But wait, there's more. We have the working section, which we will get to very shortly, and also the super duper cool feature showcase, the I Think I Blank You, featuring Hazel, clap.
Yeah.
Reggie, clap. William. Oh my gosh. Willow, double. Evolution. And Factory. Okay, bye. Bye.
Hello again.
Hi.
So before we get on to this amazing quintuple feature, we have this little thing called the working section. So what this is just myself and some of my lovely co-hosts. We get a chance to share some poems up here because, you know, volunteer poetry. You should probably write poetry and read poetry. So in a sense, I am greedy. I'm going to go first. I know.
Do it up. Go
So, in light of Valentine's Day, my amazing girlfriend who is tuning in on the live stream right now.
Hi, Sam.
Sam, this poem is for you.
Oh, that's cute.
To Sam, my flower. You are a flower, A beautiful orange rose that streaks across my sky like the sunset on a warm summer day. Your petals are soft and delicate to the touch of my hand, yet they are strong as the trunk of an oak tree. You are the most beautiful blend of kindness and toughness. Your stem is built out of strength for yourself and for those around you. No one can keep you down. You are the strongest flower I have ever met. The soil that your roots take hold of is vibrant, rich. Everything you touch, the most beautiful flower, the strongest flower, the smartest flower, and I am so lucky to have the privilege to call you my flower. Thank you. But there are two more amazing, talented poets and poets who I would love to invite up onto the stage. So without further ado, I'm going to invite Rickard up to the stage.
Hello, lovely humans. Okay. I have a cover poem for tonight. Yeah. Cover shit. Cover shit. This one is by a feature we had last year, Story Campbell, who is a poet out of the Greater Worcester area. So this is from their book Spellcasting, a Grimoire. It's titled How to Write a Love Poem. Step 1. Love like a tree grows for the sawmill. Reach your leaves to the sun, the light, and grasp for it with everything that you are. Grow only to be killed and reshaped. Every year, gain a new ring despite what you know is coming. Something like thorns, like claws, something that moves far faster than anything you have ever known. You, tree, cannot love deserving of poetry without first being axed down. Step 2. Pull out all of your teeth. They sprouted forth from your trauma of timber, but you cannot love without weakness, without letting them get close, without wound. You must stop hunting. So make yourself incapable of it. You need to be soft where you were once sharp. Bleed out the curiosity. Did it hurt them? Did they regret it? You need to bleed out all the hope that they will ever knock again, so stop leaving the door open. It's not worth the pain. Step 3. You must feel everything while they feel nothing. Make yourself small and smaller still. You must not be endless. You must find the furthest edges of you. Find the places of you that crumble underfoot, the places of you that cannot stand your own weight, the places where you drop off into nothing. These are the true ends of yourself. This is where love is. This is where love worthy of poetry will find you. Step 4. Listen to the voices of every person you meet. Listen to the way their lips form the sounds of your name. Listen to the way someone who, when they say your name, it sounds like truth. That sounds like it is meant to be yours. That sounds like real. Like for once you exist. Like here, this is for you. It's a gift, your name, new, again. Step 5. Love like it is the best thing you will ever do to and for yourself. Loving you was the best thing I will ever do to and for myself. Love like it is endless, like it is infinite. I love you endlessly. I love you infinitely. This is love worthy of poetry. This is love. This is love. This is love.
Give it up for Rickard, everyone. So we have one more member of this working section. And that'll be it for me. And this next amazing human will also introduce our amazing our amazing feature tonight. So, I would like to welcome Ricky to the stage.
Give it up for the poet.
Let's give it up for Connor, really. Let's give it up for Connor. Honestly, yeah, thank you for coming through, making this a mad cute event this evening. I'm not doing it selfishly. I'm only going to be here for a little bit, but if you want to move to the front closer, there is 4 lovely seats for you. Maybe 3. 4? 4? Yeah. So think about it. I wore a tie. Yep.
We forgot to tell them what time the kids the bar closed.
No, we didn't.
We'll remind you. All right. If it's not 8 o'clock yet, is it?
7:52.
10:52.
So you could still make last call for food, all right? So you want some yummy snacks. You're like, I'm not even hungry. It's fine. I think one of the features will probably take a snack. All right.
Ricky will take an espresso martini.
I'll take an espresso martini. So the bar last call is at 8:30. So I have a couple of pieces. I don't know, whatever. Multiple shits. But after that, we have an incredible I Think I Blank You showcase. When I say I think, what? I think I?
Blank
Yeah, I think I?
Blank
Okay. Sorry, when you're making eye contact with me, I'm blushing a little when you say that. I think I?
Blank you.
All right, we're just trying to make up some call responses for fun. All right, I have some old, and maybe I have some new. I don't know. I was trying to stay in theme. I'm wearing a tie. Okay. Love maybe stuff. I don't know. Okay.
Yes.
Oh man, they did an update. That's awkward. Is it just on my computer? Probably. Yeah, correct. Great. All right. I will just read another silly poem that I have. Awesome. All right. Lovely. Okay. Unfinished shit.
Unfinished.
I'm going to read my finished shit too. Okay. Love letter to the second date. I write this and I hope it finds you well. Besides the missed plans and misaligned times and bad timing, snow days, prefer Sundays, no day yet. I write you and I hope this finds you in a better place and time. You can't rush a good thing. But in the same moment, I don't have any time to waste, but I do have plenty times these days. So all the times I wait wishing for a reply, a text that says, let's do something today from second date. I usually don't write letters. I actually don't write poems often. I can send an occasional text, but I prefer a call on the phone when we're talking. But let's use one of this oldest ramps. I'll fold this note along with a postage stamp and send it in the mail. I hope it doesn't get soaked, blown, or tramped when it finds its way to your home or your hands. Which kind of sucks. Valentine's came by and go. Sorry I left this message buried under all the snow. It's hard to get a hold of you. Some say we may be overdue, but I think about you often. I have a picture of you drafted in my notes app with an overview of times and places and activities and their placement. I can only imagine the shape of you, but in this second, it feels too long. I forgot what your face is. Oh, that's my poem. Lovely! Oh my goodness gracious! Thank you so much, Robin. So kind. And look at that. We've already filled a couple of seats in the front, y'all. All right. We've been doing this wonderful showcase, I Think I Blank You, in so many different iterations. It started off as actually a full production youth poetry event for Free Verse. It has grown and evolved to be part of our Untitled open mic and our offering annually. So we've been doing some version of I Think I Blink You for quite some time. And today we have the pleasure of sharing a space with 5 incredible poets, incredible lovers. Some say haters, I don't know, but they want to come up here and share little samplings of themselves and share with us a little bit of what they blink. All right. Um, so we've kind of already have a lovely lineup here. I'm going to introduce each poet at a time. You hear a little bit from them, and then we'll keep it moving. Keep it moving. But very excited, very excited. If you happen to have any flowers, this will be a great time for you to throw a bouquet on stage. I'm happy to take that.
Yeah, my spares.
You know, I left mine at home, so
We have the plant in behind you that surprises people.
I know it's tickling me right now. I'm into it. All right, all right. So are y'all ready for I Think I Blank You? Yeah! Welcoming our first performer on this showcase. We have our lovely dear friend Willow Fave. All right. They are a creative writing major here at MCC. Shout out to all the lovely MCC folks. We mentioned Freeverse just a moment ago as also one of our spokes. Willow is actually one of the Freeverse alum who participated in LTAB in 2017. Throwback, all right? They have an album, poetry, entitled Brain Sick, available on streaming. And we've asked each of our lovely guests to kind of share a love fact for y'all. All right, whether it's a personal, whether it's something in the universe, but to kind of give you, if you can leave with anything, maybe this is one thing you can at least leave with. But we talked with the homie Willow. They mentioned without love, I would not have purpose or motivation to be a poet, or motivation as a poet. It is all encompassing. As a language, more should learn to speak. We can step for the homie real quick. With that, let's make some noise and welcome to the stage. Give it for Willow!
Good? You good? Yeah, it's getting late. But all right, I have 2 for you. I wouldn't consider either one of these love poems, truthfully. But that's okay. One of them's a little angrier than the other one. You guys want to hear angry first, or do we want to build up to that? Angry first. Okay, all right. So I'm gonna start this poem off with one real quick thing, and if I piss you off, I would apologize, but I don't want to. Fuck ICE. Fuck Trump. And free Palestine. So right out the gate, you don't agree with any of that. I'm pretty sure any one of you would help them out the door. So, all right. I am from a land deserted by its leaders and the rest of the world, where the milk has gone sour and the bees are still dying, leaving us to fend for ourselves or die. And we die anyway, while those responsible for getting us here evade responsibility like they do taxes and legal consequences. I am from a broken home and a broken system, suffering from broken vows of protection made by powerful men that cower when someone has darker skin. I am feebly stitching friends and neighbors together with thin thread, poking holes in my fingers while trying to close the larger wound, one ripped open by politicians and their good friends that have enough money to bury the bodies under evergreen golf courses, let alone end homelessness. I can feel the life being drained from my body every time I wake up to news that someone else was found guilty of trafficking or raping or killing women and children, and no repercussions have been taken, because God forbid the system fails. And of course, God forbids he's actually probably abandoned ship, leaving us to worship fallen idols made with the blood of their citizens and skin of their victims, sputtering nonsense, praise for themselves and other devils ripping holes in the ground, swallowing any last bit of that so-called hope, dripping down their greedy chins while everyone waiting for a sip below them dies of thirst. Oh, this one's a little longer, this one's a little lighter. I'm trying to see if there are any trigger warnings. Just general gay depression. Yeah. That's all I got. Nothing too heavy, I don't think. On the gloom-soaked days of October, I will always smell like smoke and rain. I'll light my cigarette, then offer one to the stranger on my left as we sit just out of the rain's reach. I will brush the hand of the starry-eyed girl as I pass off my lighter, and she'll smile politely and say, she's not ready to try killing herself yet. Her teeth will be a gleaming white enough to see through the mist, and I'll offer my umbrella because we can't just sit here all day. We'll watch the lightning dance for hours, and I'll hesitantly light a second cigarette, and when I offer my hand, she tells me she won't until I put it out. And I do, because her hand brings me that same rush. She tells me I'm throwing it all away, and I have to tell her, this shiny stranger, that rainstorms make me feel too clean. She will throw her head back and cackle. It will ring through the storm like a siren at sea until she looks at my face and sees that I'm not joking. I will confess I do not feel that I deserve the polished slate that each storm brings us. And I'll invite her inside as the storm gives up its torment, and I'll scramble to cover us in layers of fleece and flannel as the tea beside us steeps. I will finally let myself look at her again in her two bright eyes, and I will realize I never made it out. I am still in the center of this storm, watching the lightning dance to the rhythm of the rain and thunder, the type of disaster that knocks the power out for miles. With winds so angry, it will set the street alive with wailing car alarms, with nothing to grasp at as the wind shakes my empty body. And just like every other storm, it will eventually pass. The sun will steal most evidence it was ever there. And the birds will wade in the puddles that survive, and I will bathe in that sun, desperately wishing for another storm and for that starry-eyed stranger to come back and hold my hand.
Let's give it up for the homie Willow. I want to pretend like this showcase, not to use metaphors. It's like a lovely, decadent. It's like a nice little decadent box of chocolate. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So. It's like a box. Ain't gluten free because we're here at Dragonfly. You know? Everything's gluten free. You know, that's the GF we have here. Let's go. All right. All right. I had a blast on Saturday. Oh my gosh. It's a good time. I saw my lovely friend here. Yeah. Anyway. All right. We're gonna keep it going. We're the taste buds. It's tickling. It's tickling. We got some next chocolate, gluten-free chocolate. All right. Another homie we're gonna welcome back to the stage who's joining our lovely I Think I Bring You lineup is we have Hazel Adeline. Woo! She's a songwriter, producer, performer, writer, and poet based here in New York City, Massachusetts. She creates with the hope of making art that allows people to feel. Check. All right. And similarly, we asked Hazel, can you give us some wisdom, a little tickling of love dosage, you know? All right. So something that Hazel would like to share with us is she believes the greatest love one can hold is true love for oneself, as it is sometimes the most difficult thing to find. Okay, you got it. With that, let's clap it up, let's make some noise, and welcome Hazel to the stage, y'all.
Hi, everybody. What'd you say? Pretty swell? Alright, great. I'm glad to hear it. First up for you guys, I got some brand new shit I wrote today. Alright, it's called Requiem for Something That Never Was. A visceral love is something I'd only felt a plethora of times over, scraping the barrel for sustenance made of lavender buds. And yet, in my attempts at attaining that sickly sweet reciprocity, I found nothing but wine glass shards in my heart. Not because they never wanted me back, instead because the thought of a noose always felt better than a soft scarf wrapping my neck. So it hit me with fists, so hit me like fists, Jesus. So hit me with fists like hot iron. I will remain unscathed, unshattered, like the empty bottle of pink Moscato I've kept on my bookshelf as a reminder that though I slip and fall sometimes, I can always keep going. I can always keep going. I can always keep a keepsake, a memento from the times where I laid and lied on the ground of that old apartment to remember, just to remember. And I hope you remember my eye contact when we converse. I hope we both remember how it felt to learn each other's names like a schizoaffective diptych. Because there is no idea of you that I daydream. Only daydreams dreamt about a realist, a cynic, a person who I know wouldn't have me, a person whose reciprocity is only a figment, a person whose memory of me will become a fragment of time. I may not be the clouds inside your skull, but I hope to be the popcorn kernel stuck in between the teeth of your memory. Thank you. Next up, I have some transgender shit. It's called But I'm a Cheerleader Watch Party at the End of the World. Rage is the foundation of this body I've built from the myriad misgenderings. Brothers, dudes, mans, he's, hims, they all feel the same. Southpaws to my jaw, unhinging and dangling closer to the ground. And that's where I'll be sooner than I'd like. At least that's what statistics say, suicide rates and murders. And I couldn't help notice the weather looking colder as a man playing God makes near instantaneous decisions that determine the death of my friends. Maybe as I watch, but I'm a cheerleader, the time will pass slower and we'll all die less painfully. Maybe as I write this poem, the words will find all of our tongues kindly, and we will all find it in ourselves to posture to generations behind, so the future doesn't collapse inward and leave the earth rotted inside out from its core, and we may all have bodies built on love instead of rage. One more thing. Oh, okay. Now this is some really old shit. This is the last thing I'm going to be reading for you guys. Really old shit. If I can find it.
If you can find it.
Sorry, guys.
No, you're good. You're good.
Yeah. I found it. Yeah. So this one's it's like 2 short paragraphs of prose. It's called Breathing. It all leaks out as I churn in tandem with the glistening pond and tall brooding trees before me. Sun beams down as I think about the minutes spent caring and the hours spent sobbing in a hatchback, driving in circles, knowing now how I felt about life's decadence back then. And I remember how for what seemed like the longest eternity, the comfort of death's idea consumed my nervous system. I was tired and longing. I remember how I would sit in the gray room back home, on a couch across from the bed, remembering further the days when men touched and grabbed and internalized their grasp on my neck. And I remember the time I drove myself to the hospital out of fear that it was ending, out of fear that the grim kiss of a razor would become a last call, out of fear that I couldn't do this. And the pain then was my epitome, and the blade looked nice for a while, and anything else was better than anything that wasn't the ability to breathe. And now, as I sit on a park bench in New Hampshire with a new person unfolding beside me, I leak out the words, I enjoy spending time with you. She smiles. I enjoy spending time with you too. I was never good at decoding love, yet I feel love's chest beating in a park in New Hampshire. In the serene tongue of silence, I weep lightly. She looks at me, and I apologize for crying. She asks if I'm okay, and all I can do is sniffle. This is just the first moment where I felt like it's going to be all right. It's going to be okay. And she attempts a calculated explanation of why I feel what I'm feeling, and all I can feel is that I love her. And not by way of a muse or a soulmate, I just love her, and I love that she exists, and I love the way the water looks back at me with glittering eyes, and I love the temperature of the sun setting, and I love the sweat drying on my forehead as the night cools, and I love being alive despite the turmoil I face in hotel rooms, and I love sipping air as a breeze takes my breath. I love it all the same more than anyone could ever bear to love. Because when you're faced with the violence of several diagnoses, when you felt the unspeakable wounds of men, when you felt what it feels like to be 6 feet under while walking on 2 feet, drowning in your own saline as you sob a pool of profuse tears which could quench God's thirst, when there is nothing recognizable left in you and all you can do is breathe. And you breathe. And you breathe. And you breathe until you're too tired to breathe anymore. It's only then you see it. And I see it now, in a new friend, in the lively water, in the glistening foliage, in the hum of a forest, in the day-to-day chore. I see the worth of my own life in all of its infinitesimal, grandiose glory, kissing me back as if to say, I love you too. Thank you.
Give it up for the homie here. I think I thank you. I think I thank you. Love you, love you. Oh my gosh. You know, I usually don't have a sweet tooth, but I think I can have some more chocolate in this probably metaphorical gluten-free chocolate box here. You know what I'm saying? What am I saying? All right. I'm really we have our lovely next guest who's gonna grace us on the stage. Another old time homie who's been rocking here with the Untitled for a wee bit. I want you to make some noise for Marjorie Hoogan. They're pansexual Pisces with a love for Prince and a passion for all things food related. And similarly, we needed some wisdom from Marjorie. All right. So luckily, Marjorie did bless us with a lovely love facts. All right. So I'm gonna share that with y'all. And it goes like this: the number of forms that love can take are truly limitless. So savor every phase of it and don't get too caught up in the details. With that, let's welcome Marjorie to the stage, y'all.
I've got 2 poems for you. This is for anyone who feels like they're giving more than half in the friendship. It's called Is Friendship in the Room with Us?
Good title.
I've come to the conclusion that duration means little in terms of friendship. My friends say when they see me in passing, I adore your food posts. They always look so good. I wish I could make food like that. You could. If you spend time with me, you would know that if you truly knew me at all. because hanging out with me consists of helping each other grow just as much as it is the act of letting each other relax. I am your trellis to wind through and around and climb, but not crush under you. My love was left on a windowsill to watch endless days pass by without a drop of sustenance. And it deserves so much more than the bare minimum to survive. I've come to the conclusion that duration means nothing in terms of friendship. The tipping point is when a coworker hears that I write, that I perform poetry, and they ask where I'll be next because they want to go. The question sounds so foreign to me that I pause, wondering if I had imagined it. As if that question had been the secret permission it was searching for, my heart breaks. Over the 10 plus years spent going to hundreds of sets at festivals and gigs, at restaurants and clubs and bars, attending plays at theaters and schools and release parties and house shows for people who've never once come to a performance of mine. Never even asked about it. And then I look back at my coworkers' welcoming, eager face, and I feel my heart making its way towards mending. This brief moment of consideration and genuine interest had already surpassed half of the interactions I've ever experienced. So, to those friends who have never come to see me, I think I hate you for starving me to anger, for twisting my caring into cruelty. There's friendship in this room, but it's not yours. This one's bittersweet, a little lighter. It's called You in a Rainbow. Red. It's definitely your favorite color, and it matches your disposition. You radiate a magma-like warmth. You're a flame that melts the ice, encasing the most standoffish of people. Orange. There's this burnt orange long sleeve shirt that you wear that always makes me giggle because it's the perfect example of how you prize comfort and practicality over looks. You could be going to dinner with the CEO of some company, and you'd still wear your snuggly sweater and some Crocs without batting an eye. Yellow. My first nickname for you is Mr. Sunshine, and anyone that knows you would agree. You're a star that glows so brightly I forget about the horrors that surround us when I'm near you. You're a stairway to heaven that makes me want to be better by following your footsteps. Green. Getting lost in nature has never been as fun as when I'm with you. When you lay in the grass to search for shooting stars, I secretly watch you instead because in that moment, I have no need to wish for anything more. Blue. Blue for me used to represent water, maybe sadness. Now it means your eyes. If I gazed into them long enough, I'm sure I could unravel some secrets of the universe. Indigo. When the sun has just set and the world around us begins to fade, colors slipping darker and the seconds pass, I still struggle to trace our outline, as if I might not ever see it again. Once you asked me if I could live eternally, would I? I said no, but if you asked me again, I would say yes, if that meant I could keep you in sight. Violet. Prince put it best, I think. I only wanted one time to see you laughing in the purple rain.
Let's give it up for the Holy Marjorie. There is friendship in this room, all right? But Marjorie will let you know if it's for you or not. All right. We got a couple of more chocolates, a couple more bite-sized snackies to indulge in for this I Think I Blank You. I'm really excited. Unless they, unless they say it's okay. All right. We have this next homie. I'm trying to remember when we shared space for the first time, but we got a lovely friend, Gregory Glenn. That's the homie right there. Talented writer, amazing performer. I feel like poetry is one of their many bags. But they're here in Massachusetts, hanging out with us, doing poems and performing arts throughout the states. Same thing, y'all. We wanted Greg to give us a little bit of a sampling of love, a love facts. So this is what is shared. I love you more times infinity, and I always will. Oh my gosh. Let's give it up for Gregory Glenn, y'all. Clap it up for
It was Valentine's Day, and I don't really write love poems because I don't really love anything. I'm just kidding. I love a lot of things. I have two poems. I kind of do the F word in them. I don't do it, but I say the F word. Is that okay with everybody? Just like a bunch of times. I'm saying it as a loving act and not like angry F word.
I wonder what the word
is. Friend.
You can say that.
This first one's called Glenn Close. Both of these poems are about simulated sexual acts. I thought that was going to get a huge pop. These two poems are about simulated sex acts.
Wow! Yeah.
Glenn Close. What an incredible feeling to be flying and to be watching Alec Baldwin fuck Glenn Close. No, I'm sorry, Meryl Streep over my neighbor's shoulder. I don't particularly like either one of them, that actor's not my neighbor, who seems fun and nice. And for the record, I do like Glenn Close, I think. Never compelling to me as guests on Saturday Night Live, though I will say I thought Alec Baldwin was all right in Beetlejuice. But didn't he shoot someone? I feel like he must have, but we kind of stopped hearing about it. And Meryl Streep was a surprise to me for her performance in She-Devil. It is a funny thing to think, even stranger to say, that she and Roseanne Barr were very good together in that movie, very funny. And Meryl Streep has, I think, done nothing wrong, actually morally wrong, but she is exhausting to me, in the same way as Alec Baldwin. But I can forgive it because she hasn't shot anybody. And it's not a crime to be consistently good, it's just safe. People fault other people for being safe all the time. They call it boring. People who aren't Meryl Streep being whoever she is in all these movies, or Alec Baldwin for his Alec Baldwin impressions on Saturday Night Live. Whenever somebody is talking to me about those two, it's like when one of your coworkers or your boss or someone who's pinned you in a corner at a party, not sexual, is trying to be funny, and you have to laugh again and again until they're finished, or they walk away. It's not a crime, but it should be. This violent taking of your time, the perversion of your spirit, because people get mad if you don't laugh. Small talk is like a prison island, and people like Meryl Streep and Alec Baldwin are its king and queen. And among us, the peasantry, the all of us, you have to say, haha, yes, The Trump impression was good. Or, oh no, I haven't seen Mamma Mia 1 or 2, but she is just wonderful, isn't she? Now, however, I just can't stop watching them fucking each other. Well, you don't really see it. It's only implied, but not very subtly. The way Alec Baldwin rolls over onto his back with that dumb and satisfied smile they pay him for that says, "Oh yeah, I just fucked. I'm Alec Baldwin." And Meryl Streep turns over to face him with that panicked expression that women have in movies now. The one that says, "Oh no, I just fucked Alec Baldwin." But you know that nobody else could have done this face as well as Meryl Streep. That's why she gets paid as much as she does to make it with Alec Baldwin, or even with Steve Martin, who I now see is in this movie. But if we're being serious, Steve Martin isn't in this movie to fuck. That's not why Steve Martin is in movies. I don't think either one of them will win an Oscar for this, and if they did, I would never know, and I like that. And now they are about to do it again, just like all of us, doing whatever it is we're doing again and again and again and again and again and again and again, whether or not it's worth doing or worth watching or even worth getting paid for. This next one is called Ketchup. It's about a cat doing it with a blanket. I hope you like these, because if you don't, this is a terrible time for both of us. The worst few minutes of our lives. I hope this is well, I mean, if these have to be your worst few minutes, I hope this is it and not something even worse. Unless you really hate this and this is like so bad that I can't understand how bad it is. Ketchup, with apologies to Warren Schulberg, who writes for Forbes magazine. If you know him, don't tell me about this. And if you do tell him that I apologize. Ketchup. Our cat does this thing where he gets on the bed and he bites the comforter. Well, actually, it's probably more accurate to say that he delicately pinches it between his teeth, because the rest of what he does with it, I suppose at least to him, is very tender. And so I am reading this article about Sears and Kmart in Forbes magazine, which uses words like incredible, woeful, and alarming to describe the declining number of Sears and Kmart retail locations in America, where they had at one time each been its largest retailers. And the cat is giving the comforter his love bite, and he starts kneading. He just goes crazy, kneading, purring, snarling, staring ahead at me and kneading. I used to think it was some kind of leftover nursing behavior from when he was taken, maybe prematurely, from his mother, which I know sounds very sad. That probably saved his life. But what's sadder to me is how clever people get when they write their own biographies, and how this practice now extends to outlets like Forbes magazine, as if analyzing and documenting retail stores unironically is artful or compelling or necessary. Or actually, I remember one time standing in South Station, I heard someone on the phone talking about someone they knew in accounting who they described as being a rock star in their department, as if rock and roll had anything to do with it. As if rock and roll had anything to do with anything now. And I suppose that's where we've arrived at. We'll put ketchup on anything and call it food and expect and sometimes demand that people eat it. But the reason that the cat bites the blanket like this is because when cats have sex with each other, the male bites the female's neck to induce a latent reflexive response in the female to keep her still, like when a cat picks up a kitten by its scruff. It's actually a defensive maneuver on the part of the biting cat to make sure that neither cat gets hurt. And so that's what my cat is doing. He is fucking the brains out of this comforter, and he does it all the time, and I don't know why. I don't know what it is about the comforter that's so sexy to him, and I don't think I want to know either. Even the part of me that wants to know doesn't really want to know, and so I finish reading the article, and I look up, and the cat is finished fucking the blanket, and he is licking the ghost of his nuts. And I say, it's just unbelievable that with everything going on in the world right now, that someone would want to write something like this, that they would think anyone would want to read or hear something like this, that they would think that this is important enough to share with humanity. But here we are. Thank you.
Let's give it up for Greg! I honestly like the ghost nut in my chocolate, to be honest. All right. Thank y'all so much for being and witnessing this annual event. Our latest rendition of I Think I Blinked You here on Untitled Open Mic. We've heard from already 4 incredible performers. All right. We have one last performer to kind of close us out, so your sweet tooth